God, if I start sweating, it is so hot and muggy here and I'm cranky. I know that I have not done a video in a long time. I have a whole list of excuses. Excuses are frankly boring. So I'm just gonna get into the video. Just trust me when I tell you it's been a rough year. I'm forcing myself to make this video today because I love it. I really do. I love it when it's all over, but making a video is hard. I don't really like looking at myself on camera. When you're editing yourself, you see your face over and over and over again. You don't want to see yourself that much. Yeah, I am sweating. I went off on a little rant there. I don't know, I'll probably cut that part out.
This project ended up very different from my original plan. I'm calling it the Marine Layer Finish because there's always blue sky and sunshine under the gray.
We're gonna paint that back there. Can you see it? Can you see that? Look at it. It's a tiny little armoire that I found at a consignment store and it's really cute, but I want it to look like an old door that came out of Baja, Mexico, all chipped up and cracked up and decrepit. I just saw a tutorial from the Turquoise Iris. The Turquoise Iris, she creates these amazing blended finishes. I've been trying to crack the code on how she does it. She finally came up with a tutorial. I purchased it, it was only $10. I'm gonna try and use some of her methods to create my own look with different colors. Her piece of furniture looked like a pair of old blue jeans that had been worn a million times. We're gonna make it all come together, hopefully. This is what we're gonna do now. Here, mint chip. Does it look to you like it used to be ice cream?
I started by covering the entire surface in a color called Mint Chip. DIY paint is clay-based, so in most cases it will go on any surface, even a highly varnished surface like this one, without sanding or priming.
Are you ready to paint? Do you remember how small he was last time? Ow! Don't bite! Don't bite! He's super cute, but he's huge now. He's way bigger than he was in the last video. He's about 6 months old. He's giant. Let me see if I can lift you up. There, see, look. Are you ready to paint? Are you ready? Are you ready to paint? Good. We're gonna put on the next coat. This color right here. This is the crinoline, and then I'm gonna use Farm Fresh, and we're gonna blend the colors together. My dad just got here, so Levi he's done helping me paint now.
I started by blending more layers over my base color. I purchased a spray bottle from the dollar store and worked in small sections, first spraying the area lightly and blending more color over the top. I used Farm Fresh, Crinoline, and Queen Bee. For more in-depth details on this method, check out the Turquoise Iris tutorial. The link is below.
I took the spray bottle to everything, I blended it. It's looking pretty good, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like it's a 6.5 or a 7. I'm just not crazy about it. When, God, I had like spit stuck to my lip and that just kind of threw me off. If you're painting a dresser or you're painting something that has a lot of detail, it's easy to make it look really good. But when you have something that's just got this big, wide open, flat area, it's really hard to make that look like anything that's organic. If something doesn't go the way that I want it to, I just keep doing it until it submits to the way that I want it to look. Sometimes I get really annoyed and angry because it's like borderline obsessive until I get it to where I want it to be. It's mermaid tail. It's like a bright blue mermaidy. See? It's good.
I love this deep, rich, mustardy color yellow, but I felt like there was too much of it, so I used mermaid tail in the insets of the door using the same spray bottle method that I used previously.
This is clay and it's made out of paper. It's paper clay. You start pushing it in like this, really, really good, so that you get all of the details. You get the back side and the front side. You can take like a putty knife and you scrape off the excess. Can you see what I'm doing? It's like it's kind of hard to do it can you see that? And then you pull it out of the mold. Sprinkle a little cornstarch in the mold first. I don't do that because I don't have any cornstarch, but I might if I did. You can just peel it right out, see? And it just comes out like this. It's got a lot of detail in it, and see how bendable it is? It's bendy. That's good because then you can apply it across the surface that might have like a curve in it or something. You brush some wood glue on it and then you just apply it to, somebody is texting me and I'm making the video right now, so I can't answer the text.
These furniture molds are from Iron Orchid Design, and they are perfect for adding detail to a plain surface. You can use almost any type of clay. I like paper clay because it's easy to use and can be removed immediately. For best results, remove from the mold, apply wood glue to the back, and adhere to your surface by pressing gently. Then allow the clay to dry overnight. Iron Orchid Design has many styles to choose from. I made several of these long decorative strips and I applied them to the outline of the inset on the door. You can see here just how fun and easy they are to use. Gently crack the clay loose and slowly roll out your design. I used a chip brush to apply wood glue to the back and gently press the clay onto my armoire. I let the clay dry overnight and then painted the surface of the molds using several colors and the spray bottle to blend them together. When you apply several colors like this, it can look very drastic. However, as the paint dries, it blends and evens out. I'm using my paint dryer to speed up the process so I can show you how much the surface changes from wet to dry. I found this process to be really fun. There's not an exact way to go about it. It's a matter of allowing yourself to experiment with the layers and see how the colors work together. You use very little paint with this method, so don't worry about ruining it. If you aren't happy with the look, it's easy to paint over and try again. DIY paint is so richly pigmented that it doesn't separate. No need to stir. You can add the tiniest amount with a detail brush, diluting the color with water to add some final detail. When you're happy with the look, distress the paint back with the damp cloth, rubbing the color back to reveal the layers underneath. I like to alternate between a damp cloth and sandpaper to create a variety of texture.
It's DIY clear wax. It's just 9 ingredients. You can literally just stick your hand in it and smear it all over the furniture if that's what you want to do. I don't want to get it on my dress. I'm going to take this and we're going to smush it all over the furniture. This is a really good brush. See, it's perfect for waxing because the bristles are really dense. You get a little bit right on to your brush like this, and then you just start circulating it, circular motion into the furniture, and you just work it in, and then you just cover the whole thing and you let it dry, and then when it's dry you buff it. There's a thing, it's called the wax freak out factor. I keep looking up at the video finder because my battery is about to die and it's flashing red, red, red. You take it like this, you just start smushing it into the furniture, and when you do that, it's gonna look like you totally ruined it. It gets all patchy and uneven, it makes the paint look translucent. It's not gonna stay looking like that. After it dries, it goes back to how it was, but even better. So that is the last thing that we're gonna.
And my battery died. Using a wax brush, apply a thin layer over the entire surface. You will see an immediate deepening of color and a patchy, uneven finish. Allow the wax to dry overnight and it will lighten and even out. Then buff the surface with a soft cloth to a beautiful buttery finish.
This September, we're having DIY boot camp. It's gonna be a DIY traveling show. We're gonna have free classes and make and takes. So if you wanna come paint with me in person, make a video with me in person, meet the designers behind Iron Orchid Design, the Turquoise Iris will be there, the DIY retailers will be there. It's a whole day of DIY demos and fun shopping and paint classes. We have 4 tickets left for the 3-day training, and on the last day, anybody can come. It's just $10 and it's a whole day of DIY. So if you want to learn about that, click the link down below. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Find DIY paint in your area, to sell DIY paint in your own store, or to find out more about DIY Bootcamp, click the link below. Thanks for watching.